Hello, my name is Anthony Longoria, and this is my capstone game pitch, going with the genre of a choice-based roleplay game called Novella Spinosa. The municipality featured in the game offers the player various paths to gain fame and infamy during their own introductory story. This sounds and usually is complex, but can be broken down into three focuses, those being combat, social, and economic. Depending on how the player plays, the rules they adhere by, the decisions they make, and the forces against them would be as follows. Combat would be turn-based. Choosing from four moves, the player can spend all of the action points to do as much damage as possible or prepare for the next turn. The NPCs follow the same rules. Within the arena, they will go up against 1 to 3 opponents and can also hire up to 2 sellswords. Morality is based on if at the end of the fight the player chooses to accept their surrender or chooses to execute them, the latter of which giving a greater return in coin. Social follows the same type of setup, the player now debating against an NPC attempting to build a stronger argument using ethos, pathos, or logos to win over the crowd. The result of the three options is two being successful but arguably positive or negative, and the third failing. Unlike the tactical game of combat, social is based on the player's ability to observe, break down, and use the details of these various social topics. Economics is similar to social, but with less morality and more numbers. In this case, the player chooses beforehand if they will go with the morally good or bad path, and their answers will instead be worth different amounts as a reward. This mechanic has a smaller moral value, with the people's attention being more on the combatants and debaters. There would be a total of 8 arena fights, 6 societal campaigns, and 6 economic traits, making it the playable content of the game and less than twice that for the total content, resulting in 11 possible titles for societal, 16 for combatant, and 11 for economic, depending on where their positive or negative value in those branches falls. This title would hold a theme of personal choice. The perspective of the game would be a 2D top-down view. I also want to aim for an almost ancient Greece-looking city. As far as similarities to other titles go, this has a lot of slight similarities in its three main mechanics, but few games delve into all three subjects, usually focusing on combat or making trade a smaller side mechanic and vice versa. The player's avatar in the end reflected someone of fame or infamy, focusing on one of those three topics. For the uh, game to be a reality, the game would need a tile map connected to at least 3 other scenes. A tile-based battle, able to hold 2 to 6 entities with 4 moves to choose from, a reusable 3-way if this then this system, as well as a quest journal of sorts. If the battles are made with a lack of timed sound effects and minimal animations, they become much more doable and possibly can be done within days. Thus, the risk would be the development choice of adding more details or even animations to the backgrounds and the amount of detail put into each of the dialogue options the NPCs and players use, as well as the amount of lore put into the topics. Again, my name is Anthony Longoria, and thank you for your time.